Lesson number 6, consumer mathematics. So first thing first, we need to review percent. It will help you on how to make a better financial decision regarding saving of money, budgeting, tax, interest concept. But before that, let us review percent. This is very important because it has a lot of application in real life situation. How to convert fraction to decimal and vice versa. So to convert fraction to decimal, divide the numerator to the denominator. And to convert decimal to fraction in vice versa, we have two types of decimals that are terminating decimals and repeating decimal. To convert terminating decimal to fraction, just follow this expression. Write as you read. Write as you read. Kung anong basa, ganun ang sulat. And to convert repeating decimal to fraction, match each repeated digit in the numerator with 9 in the denominator. So kung ilan yung nare-repeat na digit sa numerator, tumbasan mo lang siya ng 9 sa baba. Tapatan mo siya ng 9. So kung isa yung nauulit, isang 9 as denominator. Kung dalawa yung nauulit, over 9, 9. Kung tatlo yung nauulit, over 9, 9, 9. And so on and so forth. So we have examples here. Just study. Example number 1. So given 3/4. What we need to do, just divide 3 by 4. So 3 divided by 4, you cannot divide it. So add first decimal point, copy above, then add 0. 30 divided by 4, how many? 7. 7 times 4, 28. Then subtraction, that's 2. Add another 0. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. So 0.75. So the equivalent of 3/4 is 0.75. Number 2. 12 and 3/8. How are we going to change this to decimal? So what do we call by this fraction? So this fraction, we call this mixed number. Combination of a whole number and the fraction, or proper fraction. So what we need to do, copy the whole number, then point. Always remember, decimal is equivalent only to fraction. Hindi kasama yung whole number. So yung whole number, kinakopya lang sa kaliwa ng decimal point. So ang gagawin natin, divide the numerator 3 to the denominator 8. So 3 divided by 8 cannot be, so add decimal point, then 0. Then copy the decimal point above. So how many 8 can you get from 30? Just 3. So 3 times 8, 24. Then subtraction, that is 6. Then add 0. 60 divided by 8. So how many 8 you can get into 60? 7. Okay, so subtraction, 4. And then add 0. 40 divided by 8, 5. So 8 times 5, 40. 40. So we have here 40, then subtract 0. Then what we need to do, copy this decimal. So 12.375. That's our answer. Okay? So next one. Number 3. 7/5. So this 1 and 2/5. So 1.4. Nakuha ba? 2/3. So anong sagot? 2/3. It will become, divide in the calculator. So anong lalabas? When we want to get the exact answer, add 3 dots. You call this ellipsis. It means it's repeating decimal. Also, you can write like this, 0.6 or above. It means that 6 is repeated continuously. And also, this is equal to 0.67 when you use inward problems. You need to round off to the nearest hundreds after 2 decimal places. So that's our answer. Number 5. 1 and 5/6. Anong sagot? 1 point, i-convert nyo lang yung 5/6 sa decimal. Pag binaligtad mo siya, i-convert mo yung 0.83 sa 1 and 5/6. Hindi siya mababalik ng ganun. So, dapat repeating. Okay, 1.8, tapos 3, may bar sa taas yung 3. Ibig sabihin yung 3 nare-repeat. Pag ginamit mo siya sa word problem, saka mo pa lang siya i-round off. Pero pag gusto kong i-convert lang siya, dapat yung may ellipsis or may bar sa taas. So, we have 2 types of decimals. What are the 2 types of decimals? So, we have the terminating decimals and the repeating decimals. When we say terminating, from the root word terminate, it means that it ends. Let's take, for example, 1 and 2. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, natatapos sila. So, kaya terminating. Unlike 4 and 5, they are repeating decimals. Given 0.75. 75 hundredths. What you need to do to read this properly, you will recall place value. The place value of the first digit after the decimal point is tens. Then after tens, hundredths. Then next, yung pangatlo after ng decimal point, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, billions, like that. At the left of the decimal point, yung pinakaunang digit, unit digit ang tawag doon, or ones digit. Then afterwards, 100, not 100, tens, then hundreds, thousands. Okay? So, write as you read. So, binasa natin siya ng 75 hundredths. So, when we write this, 75 hundredths, 75 100, 75 hundredths, 75 over 100. Then, lowest term. What is the greatest common factor of the numerator and denominator? So, 25. 75 divided by 25 is 3. 100 divided by 25 is 3/4. Number 2. So, read this correctly. So, when we read this is being read as 12 and 375 thousands. So, yan ang tamang pagbasa dyan. Yung 12, babasahin mo pa rin siya ng 12. Ang decimal point, binabasa siya na n. At 375, kung paano yung normal na pagbasa. Tapos, i-affix nyo lagi yung place value, yung pinakadulong digits sa kanan. Yun sa decimal na place value. Okay? So, pag binasa mo yan, 12 and 375 thousandths. Di ba, ang counterpart niya, mixed number. Kasi may whole number sa decimal. So, ito ay magiging 12 and 375 thousandths. 12 and 375 1,000. 12 and 375 thousandths. Alright, as you read. Kung paano mo siya binasa, isulat mo. Then afterwards, ilo-lowest term natin ulit. Yung fraction lang, kukopyahin lang yung whole number. So, ang greatest common factor na 375, itry natin sa 25. Okay? Copy the whole number. 375 divided by 125. That is 3 over 8. 3 over 8. Pwede naman kayo mag-calculators. Given this example, 1.33333. Let's convert this to fraction. So, dapat ito ang lumabas. How to do that manually? So, to solve for it, first thing first, itry natin. Ano ba yung digit na nare-repeat? 3. So, anong gagawin ko? Example, 1 and 83 over 99. Parang ang layo naman. So, mali. Try ko ulit. 18 and 3 over 9. Mali pa rin. So, paano gagawin ko? Paano ko siya mapapalabas na 1 and 5/6? So, para mapalabas ko siya na 1 and 5/6, ganito gagawin. First thing first, alamin mo kung ano yung digit yung nauulit. So, ang digit na nauulit lang dito ay 3. So, ang gagawin natin, kailangan yung decimal point i-move natin sa kanan ng isa. So, para makamove tayo ng isa sa kanan, para ang marerepeat lang yung kasunod ng decimal point. Siya lang dapat ang marerepeat eh. So, ang gagawin ko sa number na to, ito times ko sa 10. So, pag tinimes ko siya sa 10, mamamove na siya. So, magiging 18.33333 na siya. So, meron na akong bagong number. Hindi to equal dun sa aking given na 1.83333 ha, kasi nag-times ako ng 10. Naintindihan niyo po ba? Why I need to multiply by 10? I need to multiply by 10 to isolate the repeating decimal. So, kung saan mo nakita yung nare-repeat, dun mo i-move yung decimal point. Kasunod ng decimal point yung nare-repeat. Then afterwards, pwede ko na siya i-convert sa fraction. Applying the rule for repeating decimal to fraction. So, ilan yung digit na nauulit? Isa lang. Anong digit yon? 3. O, tatapatan mo siya ng 9 sa ilalim. 9. Then afterwards, ilo-lowest term mo siya. O, pag ni-lowest term mo, madidivide sa 3. So, copy the whole number 18. Then 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Ma'am, bakit parang hindi naman yan yung sagot? Kasi ito yung sagot eh. Ma'am, paano ko siya magagawang ganito? So, para magawang ganito, ano bang ginawa kong step? Kasi ibang number tong 18 and 1/3. Yung 18 and 1/3 para sa 18.3333 yan. Kasi nag-times ako ng 10. So, ang gagawin ko, para maibalik ko siya sa original, kung nag-times ako ng 10 sa original, i-divide ko sa 10 yung aking sagot ngayon na fraction. So, kailangan ko siyang i-divide sa 10. So, ang gagawin natin, 18 and 1/3 divided by 10. So, how to divide fraction? How to divide a mixed number to a whole number? So, first thing first, you need to change this mixed number into improper. So, kailangan nyo siyang gawing improper fraction. So, para magawa yon, yung denominator, imumultiply nyo sa denominator multiply to the whole number at the left. Tapos, ipa-plus sa numerator. So, 3 times 18, 54. 54 plus 1.
Plus 1, 55.
Okay, so magiging 55 over 3 na siya. Same pa rin yung denominator ha, 3 pa rin. Then afterwards, yung divide na nakikita nyo dito na operation, magiging times. Okay? You get the reciprocal. Reciprocal of the second given, the whole number. Ano ba reciprocal ng 10? Ang reciprocal ng 10 ay 1 over 10. Ma'am, paano po nangyayari yun? Kasi yung 10, meron siyang invisible 1 na denominator. Hindi nyo lang siya nakikita. Pero lahat ng whole number, madidivide sa 1. And you will get the same answer. Okay? So, after nyo ma-reciprocal, pwede ka na mag-perform ng operation. So, to multiply fraction, multiply the numerator to the numerator, denominator to the denominator. So, 55 times 1 is 55. Then, 3 times 10 is 30. And then, ilowest term, madidivide to sa 5. Tama? 55 divided by 5, that is 11. So, 30 divided by 5, 6. Nakukuha po ba? So, ilang 6 meron sa 11? Isa po. Ilang matitira? 5 over 6. O, nakuha mo ni tamang sagot. Di ba yun yung sagot? Ma'am, paano po mag-divide? Paano po i-convert naman yung improper sa mixed number? O, para magawa yun, ang gagawin nyo, divide the numerator to the denominator. So, 11 divided by 6. So, 1. 1 times 6 is 6. Then, subtraction 5. Read clockwise. So, pag binasa clockwise, 1 and 5, 6. The whole number, the quotient is the whole number, then the remainder is the numerator, the divisor is your denominator. That's it. How to convert percent to decimal or fraction? This is very important kasi if your given is in percent or the rate, given in the problem, hindi mo siya pwede i-substitute agad dun sa formula, dun sa solution, hanggang hindi mo siya nakakonvert sa decimal or fraction. So, more likely decimal. Okay? Kung wala 20%, hindi mo siya pwede i-substitute sa formula na 20%. You need to change that to decimal, 0.20. So, to convert percent to decimal, just move the decimal point 2 places to the left. And converting percent to fraction, just divided by 100. They are just the same thing. You can just use your calculators. So, we have examples. Then, how about we're looking for the rate? So, we have interest rate, compound interest rate, simple interest rate, discount rate, commission rate, lahat ng klase ng rate. So, ibig sabihin, pag hinahanap naman siya as final answer, kailangan naka-percent. So, paano ba magko-convert sa rate, sa percent? So, laging times 100. Alam naman natin yun. Don't forget to a fixed percent symbol when you're looking for the rate. Then, percentage based on rate. So, when we say percentage, that is part of a whole. Base is our whole itself, which is equal to 100%. And the rate is the one with percent symbol, a fixed percent symbol. Percentage, fractional part. So, parte siya ng isang buo. Nakapaloob siya sa base. Okay? So, meron tayo dito triangle. So, from this triangle, you can come up with 3 formulas. So, if you're looking for the percentage, just multiply base and rate. If you're looking for the base, P divided by R. R is equal to P divided by B times 100%. Always remember, pag rate, para maging percent or rate, kailangan lagi ita times sa 100%. And then, what are the kind of questions that you will encounter, common questions, when you are looking for percentage? In our table, first column, ito yung klase ng question. What is our percent of B? Okay? Then, our percent of B is what number? So, dito, ang ibig sabihin ng of dun sa ating nasa first column, ibig sabihin times. you will multiply. Then, in our second column, when you're looking for the base, ito yung kind of question. P is our percent of what number? O, ganun ang klase ng questioning. Then, pag hinahanap mo naman yung rate, laging nakalagay yung percent na word. What percent of B is P? P is what percent of B. Okay? So, minsan, mas malaki yung percentage sa base. So, huwag kayo malilito. So, dapat maintindihan nyo yung question. Pag ang tanong, what percent of B is P sa Tagalog, ano daw bang porsyento ng isang buo yung parte niya? O yung pangalawa naman tanong dito, P is what percent of B, yung parte ay ilang porsyento sa isang buo. So, dapat naunawaan mo siya. Comprehension, Tagalogin nyo. Isipin nyo mismo yung konsepto. Next, percent increase. So, we have this formula. Increased value minus original value divided by original value times 100%. So, in here, pag sinabi increased value, that is your new value. Bagong halaga, original value is the old value, then original value is still the old value. So, you can replace those words with these words. Example, a classmate of yours sold egg yesterday, 24 pieces. Okay, so nagsisell siya ng egg. Then afterwards, today, dahil magaling yung kanyang sales stock, nakabenta siya ng 60 pieces. Okay? So it means, yung 24 pieces na nabenta niya yesterday, that is our old value. Then this 60 is our new value. Ngayong halaga, bagong halaga. Or amount, or count, bilang pala, bilang. So, ibig sabihin, tumaas yung benta niya ng 36 piraso ng itlog. Kaso, ang gusto ko malaman, kung anong katumbas nito sa rate. Rate ang kailangan natin, kung ilang percent yung tinaas. So, always remember, pag old value, lagi siyang 100%. Okay? Kung yung 24 na piraso ng egg ay katumbas ay 100%, plus, pag nag-add ako ng another 24, alam natin 100% pa rin yun. Plus, another value na dapat ang magiging total 60. So, ilan pa kailangan para maging total 60? 24 plus 24, 48 plus 12. So, kung 24, 100%, yung 12, ilang percent? So, that's 50%. So, ibig sabihin, pag in-add ko tong tatlong value na to, 60 yung total. Ito yung in-increase niya na value, yung number of eggs. Diba? 36? So, ilang percent yon? O, pagsamahin yung rate, 100% plus 50%. So, ang in-increase niya ay 150%. So, ganun yung kanyang konsepto. Pag in-apply mo naman yung formula, gamitin mo lang yung formula. Increase value, yung lumaming halaga, or bilang, 60. Then, minus old value, magkano nabenta niya kahapon? 24. Divided by, yung nabenta niya pa rin kahapon, old value. Tandaan nyo, laging denominator yung old value. Then, times 100%. So, pag press mo yan sa calculator, pag nag-press kayo, i-minus nyo muna, equals muna, bago nyo siya i-divide sa 24, tapos sasagot, ito times sa 100%. So, the answer is 150%. Okay? The next. Example problem. The annual salary of Brian Lim increased from 18 million pesos to 22 million pesos. Find the percentage increase. So, alam natin, ito yung pinanggalingan niyang halaga. So, old value, yung bagong halaga, ito yung new value. Okay? Use the formula. 22 million minus 18 million divided by 18 million. So, new value minus old value divided by old value is equal to 22.22%. Always remember, paki-round up siya up to 2 decimal places. So, pag yung alam niyo naman mag-round off, di ba? Pag more than, pag 5 and above, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, round up, plus 1. Dun sa ira-round off niya na place value. So, pag less than 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yung kasunod ng 2, retain. Retain mo lang. So, yan ang sagot. Okay? Percent increase. Next, percent decrease. Alam natin, original value is old value minus decreased value, yung bagong halaga niya na binaba, new value, divided by old value times 100%. Okay? Let's say, for example, mag-conceptualize tayo. Yesterday, yung classmate nyo nakabenta ng 60 na egg. Kaso, hindi magaling mag-sales stock . So, ngayong araw na to, ang nabenta niya na lang niya, 24. So, ito yung kanyang old value and this is his or her new value. And alam natin na yung old value, lagi siyang 100% whole. Siya lagi yung basis, yung old value. Okay? Let's say, for example, magdodrawing ako dito sa taas ng rectangle and I will divide into 2. Alam natin, itong rectangle na to, ang katumbas nito ay 60 pieces of eggs, which is equal to 100%. Then, i-divide ko sa 5. So, 100 divided by 5 is 20%. Then, 60 divided by 5 is 12. Then, alam natin, as I've told you, yung buong rectangle na yan, yun yung isang buo na 60 pieces of eggs, 60, which is 100%. I-highlight ko yung nabenta niya ngayon. So, ito yung nabenta niya ngayon, di ba? Na-highlight ko ng green ink. So, 24. Yan lang yung nabenta niya. O, ang nawala sa kanya na bilang ng itlog, kasi kahapon 60 yung nabenta niya eh. So, ito yung nawala sa kanya. 36 pieces of eggs. Ito. Kasi bumaba ng 36 eh. Tama? So, ilang percent yon? So, kung ito yung binaba niya, yung naka-highlight ng purple, tapatan niyo siya sa taas, ito yung rate na binaba niya. So, pagsamahin niyo lahat yung rate na yon, 20 plus 20 plus 20, 60%. So, yan ang kanyang percent decrease. So, let us apply the formula. So, old value is 60 minus new value is 24 divided by old value is 60 times 100%. Using the calculator, minus per, subtract first the numerator, then equals muna, divided by the denominator, then times 100%. So, ang lalabas na sagot sa value, 60%. Okay? I hope you understood this now, percent increase, decrease.
Let us give examples of the application of percentage based on rate and percent increase, decrease. Number 1, what is 8% of 2,000 pesos? In this given example, this 8% is our rate, and this 2,000 pesos is our base. And 8% of 2,000, this of means times. Therefore, we're looking for the percentage. So the formula for percentage is base times rate. Now, first thing first, you need to convert this rate into decimal. So when you convert 8% to decimal, the answer is 0.08. Then substitution in the formula, the 2,000 times 0.08. And that is equal to 160 pesos. Don't forget the peso sign. So final answer. Number 2, 125% of 200 is what number? So here is our rate. In decimal, when we convert this is 1.25. If you're given a whole number, the decimal point is always at the right end. Then move the decimal point 2 places to the left. Then 200 is our base, and this of means times. Then we're looking again for the percentage of base times rate. Substitution, base is 200 times rate of 1.25. Then, as we compute, the answer is 250. Next, number 3. What percent of 200 is 100? So, automatically, we know now what we're looking for. So, we're looking for the rate. And then, ilan daw bang porsyento ng 200 yung 100? So, kung i-common sense mo, alam naman natin 50%. Kasi alam natin kalahati ng 200 yung 100. Okay? So, this 200 is our base and this 100 is our percentage, part of a whole. Using the formula for the rate, that is equal to P divided by B times 100%. Then substitution, P is equal to 100 divided by base of 200 times 100%. So, the answer now is 50% using your calculator. Next, number 4. 25 is what percent of 125? This 25 is our percentage and this 125 is our base. So we're looking for the rate again given by the formula P divided by B times 100%. Then substitution, 25 divided by 125 times 100%. In the calculator, when you press it, 25 divide in the calcu first into 125, then times 100. Dire-diretso pindot lang yan sa calcu. So, magiging sagot natin dito ay 20%. Final answer. Number 5. 1 and 2/5 is 10% of what number? When we change this 1 and 2/5 into decimal, meaning fraction to decimal, just copy the whole number, then point, then get the fractional part, proper fraction, divide the numerator to the denominator. So when you divide 2 by 5, the answer will become 0.4. So write 0.4. So when you convert this fraction into decimal, 1.4. And our rate here is 10%. Converted into decimal, 0.10 or 0.1. So automatically, this 1 and 2/5 is our percentage. So we're looking for the base. And the formula to get the base is percentage divided by rate. That's it. So substitution, percentage is 1.4 divided by the rate of 0.10. So when you divide, the answer will become 14. Number 6. The average retail price of eggs per dozen last year is 48 pesos and is now 50.40 per dozen. What is the percent increase in price? So, percent increase formula is given by new value minus old value divided by old value times 100%. Always remember the old value is in the denominator. Always, even it's percent increase or we are talking about percent decrease. Substitution. So, yung now, ito yung bagong halaga niya. So, new value, yung 50.40. Yung dati niyang halaga last year, 48. So, old value. Let's substitute. 50.40 minus 48 divided by 48 times 100%. Okay, so let's try in the calculator. So, the answer is 5%. Okay. Number 7. Last year, the total enrollment in a certain school was 4,500. So, yung nakaraang taon, ang enrollment nila, total students is 4,500. While this year is 4,370. So, new value. Find the percent decrease. So, we have the formula for the percent decrease is given by old value minus new value divided by old value times 100%. Then substitution, old value, last year na enrollment, 4,500. Then minus new value, 4,370 ngayong enrollment. And then divided by always in the old value. So divided by 4,500 times 100%. So the answer is 2.89%. Rounding off up to 2 decimal places or to the nearest hundreds. Always remember that. Pag mahaba sagot, lagi i-round off up to 2 decimal places. Number 8. Mr. R. Reyes owns 25% interest in the ABC company. If the company made a profit of 875,000 pesos last year, what was his share of the profit? So, si Mr. R. Reyes daw ay may parte sa negosyo. So, ang parte niya ay 25%. Yan ang porsyento niya. Kung yung company daw last year kumita ng 875, so ito yung total earnings. Total. Tandaan nyo, basta total, lagi siya yung base. What was his share of profit? Ang magkanong halaga? So anong amount yung parte niya? So alam natin pag amount, part of a whole, so that is always percentage. We're looking for the percentage. So 25% rate converted into decimal, so 0.25. What was the formula for percentage? Base times rate. So, substitution, earnings, total earnings ng company ay 875,000 pesos times 0.25. So let's find the percentage. Let's multiply using the calculator. So 875 times 0.25. So the final answer is 218,750 pesos. Don't forget the peso sign when you are referring to an amount. Number 9. A sales agent sells merchandise for a company at 15% commission. If he earned 18,000 pesos for 1 month period, how much was the value of the merchandise he sold? So, meron daw sales agent, alam niyo naman yun. So, nag-aalok ng kalakal na kung saan, kung magkano yung mabibenta niya, dun kukuhanin yung porsyento ng kita niya na komisyon. So, ang commission niya ay 15%. Into decimal, so 0.15. Kung ang kinita niya ay 18,000 pesos, so magkano ang total na halaga ng merchandise na binenta niya? So, ito yung total merchandise. So, automatically, this is our base. We're looking for the base. So, itong 18,000 pesos, ito yung kanyang parte na kinita niyang commission, amount of commission. So, this is your percentage. So, this one is the commission rate. So, we're looking for the total sales. Okay? So, if we're looking for the base, the formula is percentage divided by the rate. So, percentage is 18,000 pesos divided by 0.15. So, ang nabenta niyang halaga ay 120,000 pesos. So, don't forget the peso sign. Ayan ang total sales. Number 10. A sales agent sold one sofa set for 28,000 pesos and got 2,520 commission. So, ito yung total sales ng sofa. So, this is our base. So, ito yung nakuha niyong commission, part of a whole. So, this is our percentage. What percent commission did he get? So, commission rate ang hinahanap natin. So, alam natin pag rate, ang formula ay percentage divided by base. So, ang percentage natin dito ay 2,520. Ang percentage natin ulit ay 2,520 divided by 28,000 pesos. So, times 100%. So, tandaan nyo para ma-convert sa rate. So, ang commission niya ay 9%. Final answer. I hope you understood now the application, so basic application of percentage based on rate, percent increase and decrease. Thank you, class.